This is the Coupe de Printemps from March 2024, Veteran Men's EP Finals. Fencing, Alex Cabana. I've never fenced him before, but saw a semi-final, lots of blade action, heavy on the blades, so I didn't have a plan ready in terms of offense or defense, just that I wanted to create openings for him to do a blade action, and my feint was good enough to have him react, so I have to get out of there really fast. And then I don't think he was ready for me to step in on there. I think he was going to chase me down. This one, he starts on my preparation, and I think the disengage just was fast enough to get the double. So need to be a bit more aware of distance, in and out more to get the action that I want. Here I tried a prise de fer in 8 to catch him by surprise. He counter parried into his own leg, I think, so at least I'm changing the blade action, but I'm finding my preparation now, it's always on the step, so he can slowly catch on to that timing, and then I need to change a bit. There, I think he was just a bit too close, and I did a direct lunge instead. Maybe I caught him a bit off guard with a bit of a hand feint, made him pause, and that was, I guess, just enough. The problem is I'm still just attacking into his step, and something like that is what's gonna happen if I don't try to make some more preparations to keep him off balance. He's just waiting for me to do a step. He knows the lunge is coming, and he's just gonna wait, like that one. I try being a bit more active and poking around, but again, he's just gonna keep distance and wait. And that time, I think he disengaged over my arm, so that was probably should have been a double. But at least I'm keeping my distance and moving in and out. I think at this point I'm trying to keep him in the middle of the piece so that I have room to move back if he tries to put the pressure on. And again, I'm trying to move around at his hand, keep some feints, and I get a flick to the wrist. I usually don't get those, so I was just remembering that in the opening seconds I tried that flick, and that time it worked out. And I should have tried to build on that, but I kind of go back to my old rhythm of moving around, and again I feel like he's just waiting for that step lunge. I think it might be getting a bit predictable, and I try it there and I get the double, and I think that's why I just kept on going back to it, because I was getting doubles the whole time. So there he was waiting for me to stick my arm out. I think I remember that I missed the disengage on that one. That probably could have been a double, but again, my footwork and tempo are all predictable, even the action at this point. I have to make a bigger change to at least keep him surprised, even though he's down and he needs to make up the points. I'm still not adapting here. I'm just sticking out my arm, hoping for the best, and disengaging out of that one too. If he had done a second parry like he had done before, then it would have been his point. I think at this point I should have been just trying to set up a counter attack after a prise de fer, and here um, I obviously don't do that. I just do my step lunge again and run off piste. I don't know why I went off to the side there, but that should have been a point for him, and not sure why the referee made that decision. But then the problem is he doesn't change the score back to 8-5, so I guess two wrongs made a right there. On that point, I guess maybe he rushed a bit, gave me a chance to disengage. Those are the points I should be trying to look to create. Try to wait him out and have him start a prise de fer, and then I have enough room to disengage out of it. And again, I go back to this step lunge that hasn't worked in about 3 or 4 points, and he's just waiting for it. So I really need to change, and at this point, I just do decide to make a big change. I start varying my footwork, start being more patient, looking for my opening, start poking around again at his hand. And yeah, I really wanted to keep him on his side so I have lots of room to back up. And then he's doing a really big 6 now, probably setting up his 8. And then I think I changed the footwork and the timing for that particular point to surprise him. Even though I won this bout, there's a lot of things to work on. I didn't have a strong game plan before the bout, and I didn't really show any good adaptation during the bout. I kept on sticking with that step lunge. Even when I had points that did work, I didn't try to build on that and create the same moments. So I got a few things that I'd like to improve.